The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Carson-Newman drops a midweek contest by a final score of 3-1 to the Lee Flames. Andrew Rogers here with Carson-Newman head baseball coach Tom Griffin for the Eagles Sports Network. Coach, totally different from Sunday's game. 18 hits, a season high, 10 runs. Today just 5 and 1 run. What'd you see from your guys at the plate today? Certainly wasn't the same product you got Sunday. Break down the effort at the dish that led you to fall short by 2 runs.
I'd say Frankie Volker's had a lot to do with it with 10 strikeouts and 6 1/3. Frankie did a great job locating exceptionally well, and other pitchers did a good job, good stuff. I think guys were thinking that the zone was a little bigger. No, it really wasn't. It was. I think Chad did a great job behind the dish umpiring for both sides, and sometimes as hitters, you got to figure out what the pitcher's trying to do, and you got to change your game plan. If it means like he's trying to sit there on glove side, then you got to work on being a little more aggressive and understand that the plate isn't 17 inches now. It might be 20 inches. So what? Now you got to expand and look backside. So, that was disappointing for the hitters, I thought. And really more than anything, I thought the energy level late in the game when we had opportunities with runners on first and second and even bases loaded, I just felt like the energy level was like, it's a midweek game. And these guys had talked about all year, all fall, preseason, one of the things we struggle in midweek games is we got to treat them like weekend games. You treat every game like it's a weekend. You treat every game like it's a World Series. Why not, right? And I thought today was just one of those, okay, you're not going to sit here and bring pom-poms out and, start doing dances and cheers. But there's an energy level like, hey, here's some hope. Here's a good feel right now. And you get that vibe as a hitter, especially when you're struggling. You don't want that. When hitters are struggling, you don't want that to become contagious. Hitting well is contagious. Not having good at-bats becomes contagious as well. And you got to figure out how to get through that. And in the game of baseball, we had opportunities late there where one knock, it was a ball hit, shallow center field. Who knows? It could fall. You're never out of this thing in a 3-1 game. Never. But I sensed like it was like, just isn't there. That was disappointing. What was really encouraging was the pitching. A great start by Mr. Culpepper. And then the young guys who came in, at Reynolds, I gave us a good outing. The 2 freshmen, Higgins, Braden Williams, phenomenal jobs. Man, they've been good. That's a big, bright light right there. And then Nolan Rogers, whose last outing was not great, short memory, and a phenomenal job. So, the pitching, that was encouraging. And the pitching's been, it's been consistent all year. What hasn't been consistent is defense and offense. And but we come out to work tomorrow.
You mentioned the defense, and really the reason Lee put up 2 in the 5th was because your defense, the ball in the shallow left field, but then also in center field, the ball bounces away from Dalton. That was unfortunate. Yeah. But how did those little things like that add up in close games like this? They were the difference.
Absolutely. They didn't make mistakes. We did. That's when you're playing a good club like that. Whoever makes the more mistakes is what's going to cost you. The ball that checked up on McLean, I get it. You're running over, the ball hit, it checks up a little bit. Okay, but the one in left, that is unacceptable. High fly ball. Our shortstop is going back on the ball. He's not camped under it, and our left fielder is saying, "Take it, take it." That means you can reword "take it, take it." I want no part. I don't want to catch this. You catch it. No, we're not going to say it in that many words. That's why we say take it, take it. But it's really, I don't want this ball. Someone else catch it. You got to want the baseball to be the playmaker. That keeps, who knows? You don't know, right? I don't know. Correct. But certainly those 2 plays were big. I'll get him with the hitting.
Certainly, you mentioned the pitching and how it's been stellar. It's been stellar all year. 9th time, or actually maybe 10th time this year in 21 games. You've limited opponents to 4 runs or less. How do you keep the staff motivated to continue to want to do work, knowing you may not always get the offense, but it will come, continue to perform because it will come?
That's what you do. You got to do that as a competitor. But Coach Travis Tingle, and James Sofield do a phenomenal job. They are great pitching coaches. They'll keep these guys motivated. They have helped develop these young guys to give us a good staff that's going to keep us in game. We're not worried about that whatsoever. I got to do a better job with our defense and offense to get us to be more consistent and have the right mentality.
As you get ready for Emory and Henry this weekend, how do you ready up and make that consistency come quicker rather than later?
Well, we got a couple days to work on it, and just keep doing what we're doing, trusting the process and the training and everything, and these guys believing in themselves and their self-confidence and their confidence in their teammates. That's all we can do. I mean, they've all had good at-bats. It's putting it together. Good hitters put together more at-bats than less, and right now we haven't had that consistency. It's there. They've done it. We're just not finding the mindset for that right now.
Thanks for the time, Coach.
But we can find it. Right, Andrew? We'll find it. We'll get it.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you, brother.
That's Carson-Newman head baseball coach Tom Griffin. I'm Andrew Rogers for the Eagles Sports Network.